guys, the rundown is presented by High Noon, the go-to hard seltzer when you're watching any sort of basketball in March. Noontime games call for Nooners. That means real vodka, real flavor, real what's the
juice?
The juice, the juice and the what's the bubbles called? Vodka soda. What's the
Carbonation.
Soda water, whatever. Sparkling water. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's not made with like malt liquor and all those like sugars and shit. Where other seltzers are like they try to pass it off as a vodka soda. It ain't really. They've got the best flavors in the game, including pineapple, black cherry, gross. Black cherry's gross. I love you guys, but it's gross.
I love black cherry, personally.
Pineapple, watermelon, grapefruit, lime, and peach. I'm a lime guy myself. I love lemon. I love lime. I love the citrusy.
I don't like those either. I like all the berry mix.
The berries are good. Peach.
Yeah.
Watermelon's fire too.
Watermelon's great.
great.
Pineapple's I think my favorite though.
Peach, I just don't like peaches, so I'm not gonna like the peach flavor stuff.
Really?
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't mind peaches.
I can eat a
Remember that
peach
song,
for hours.
Peaches?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Millions of peaches.
I heard that about you.
No
man.
joke.
Peaches
My
from
brother and I would like listen on the radio for that to come on, and we would record it.
Press record.
Like
Yes.
which dates me so much.
Peaches.
But
That's
the
so
band?
funny.
The Presidents of the United States of America.
yeah, Presidents of the United States of America. Yeah, I don't know why I love that song so much, but fucking 8-year-old me went nuts for
Why did the
Peaches.
world love that? It was such a dumb.
Everybody
just
loved
so
it.
It was so
I know.
just like
It
boom,
was.
boom, boom. You know what I mean? It was so basic. Yeah.
And that factory.
Was that
downtown.
like a? Was that like a metaphor I was too young to understand? Like, is it something about
Probably.
sex or something, or is
Yeah.
it just literally
I'm
like
sure.
peaches?
I don't think they know either, but I just know on Face Off, where Nicolas Cage's character is like, I could eat a peach for hours, and he's like,
Peaches
yeah.
have some inherent like
Yeah,
sexuality.
Yeah, you just said
to
it, and I said I heard that about you,
emoji.
Bibs. Like that's I know. Yeah. It's
Anyway,
sexual in nature.
drink High Noon.
Yeah,
Yes.
High Noon's great.
High Noon is
Only
great.
100 calories, gluten-free, no added sugars. It's got that sleek packaging, the long skinny can. How much does that? I feel like the long skinny can made girls like.
Oh, I love it.
Like the
I love holding them.
other
Yeah.
cans started a while ago was like tall and skinny, and I feel like that packaging was
Something
like,
about it, is
Yeah.
better. I like even when I get regular sparkling water, all those things. I love
You
the
like
taller,
it.
skinny can. Yeah,
It's
I don't
the
know
Virginia
why.
Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
exactly.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it really is.
All right, we start off today. I gotta give a shout out and pay respects to Chrissy Teigen, who officially retired from Twitter. Whether you love her or hate her, you have to respect her Twitter clout. She was like, she moved the fucking needle on Twitter, man. So
I said this morning. She's one of those people that when you think of people on Twitter, she's
her.
like I would say
for better
top
or
five.
worse.
Yeah,
You know,
for better
like
or for
some
worse,
people
top
think of that
five.
as like a negative. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean you're just like on Twitter?
Yeah.
But she was like supermodel, and then she just became like the Twitter girl. But I'm sure she made like that was her brand. That was her probably like her career almost was being a social media influencer at that point. I think towards the end it got so political that I didn't even care for it either. Where it was like this is just always politics and fighting.
The
But
constant
back
politics
when
is a
she
lot.
when she dunked on Dave and we buried Dave, and when she used to be like in the mix with us, she's OG.
The fact that you're pretending that you didn't see it and coming up at us with this,
The fact that you think I'm pretending is very insulting.
it's insulting to our intelligence.
You're insulting my intelligence.
No, to my intelligence.
No. Did you see what I wrote today about Lester? I don't back down. I would take it. Come on, Chrissy Teigen. Come on, bring it on. That's what I would do. But it was too late. It was a half an hour after this thing exploded when I'm reading it. I'm like, I'm getting killed. I don't even know what happened. I didn't even remember I tweeted at her.
So like, a lot of people are coming out now and have problems with her. It's like we were doing this shit in like 2009 where it was like, you know, fun. So, I mean, a lot of people don't like her politics. A lot of people don't like her husband. A lot of people don't like that she's rich. But you know, if you're broke and you're on Twitter and you lean right and there's some rich girl leaning left, you're not gonna get along.
I mean, I just want to say I love her husband. Ordinary People.
John Legend is
John Legend's
fucking
amazing.
unbelievable.
I love that. I love the record. I love them
Kanye,
both.
and
Like,
the
I
fact
don't, Chrissy
that-
Teigen with the politics, that's a little annoying. I think that otherwise she's fucking hysterical.
Yes,
Everything she does is so
yes.
funny. I think that she's
Yeah.
great.
You
She's
know what happened to her?
approachable.
She got labeled like the cool chick,
Yeah.
and that hurt her.
And
because
people were
guys
like,
like
"Oh, you
Dave
think
were like,
you're so
why
cool."
is she cool? What did she
Yeah.
do? And it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
well, generally speaking, girls are not usually like busting balls with the guys and hanging with them, so she's like kind of the cool one. But then she almost became a victim of that title where it was like, why do we call her cool?
Yeah, what
it's
makes
like,
her so
because
cool?
let's be honest, most girls stink.
Yeah.
Most girls are lame, you know?
Facts. I can say it.
Boys
I'll
rule,
say it.
girls drool.
Yeah, literally.
But
Feel the way.
also, like, God damn, people have a fucking heart. Like towards the end, she was going through the miscarriage. She was getting sober. She was like, dealing with some serious shit.
It was her going through a miscarriage, her getting sober, and the trolls were still like
Just
accusing her of
vicious.
trafficking children.
I know.
Like, from the Jeffrey
And that's the other
Epstein
thing too.
shit.
Is,
Like, and that's why
I'm a fan of like when people like don't give attention to them. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna dunk on this person. I don't care if they have one follower.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're a nobody. They're talking shit. I don't like what they said. I'm gonna reply. But I'm also not mega famous, and I'm not replying to things that are like so
Tiny.
like
Yes,
like you
yes.
truly like that. She needed to step back and be like, I'm not gonna fight back on people who say that I'm like a reptilian overlord who eats children.
Right, like, it's
this is
just
so
not even-
stupid,
it's
you know?
just a joke,
Because you
right.
will lose your mind, and she has so many followers that like she gets so many mentions. It's just good for her for quitting. I would quit if
Yeah.
I didn't have to do it for work. I'd be gone. This,
Oh, for
this shit
sure,
is
yeah.
terrible for you.
If you don't need to know about the internet or like what's going on in pop culture, your life must be amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it must be
You're watching the
great.
QAnon documentary right now.
Yes.
Right?
I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, it's next on my list though.
It's-
I'm very excited.
By the way, I don't think
There's-
people seem to know. It's 6 parts. It's like a
Yeah.
series on it. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
There's just parts of the internet that are just like so
So
bottom
deep.
of the like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you think that we're like in the smut peddlers? Oh no. We're
It
like
gets-
high class compared
yeah,
to some of these
yeah.
people.
I believe that. I believe that
Whoa.
fucking psychotic shit.
Barstool's breaking a
Nick
Barstool.
just
wow.
broke a fucking.
Damn.
Bring that over here. Show the people what just happened.
How did that happen? Did
What
you
are you like a superhero? Like when Superman,
Yeah,
like when
how
Clark
did that-
Kent doesn't realize he's like using his own strength.
Yeah, give us.
Just
A,
yanked
That's
it
a
apart.
prop Barstool.
We only
Yeah.
have like 7 of these.
Yeah, we can't
in
afford
the
to
whole
lose that.
office.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to glue this. This is a problem.
that is tough. There might be one in the green
man.
room. I think that's yeah. Okay.
So R.I.P. to Chrissy Teigen's Twitter account. Except A, I know you're on your burner right now because you can't.
For
she can't give
sure.
it up. And
No
B,
way.
she'll be back in like 2 weeks
That's-
because we
that's
just
what I was
people
gonna
like us
say.
can't just quit.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say that honestly because I feel like she has said farewell to Twitter before, not maybe in this like final of a way,
Yeah.
been like, I'm taking breaks, and then her breaks will last like 3 days. And also, as somebody who like has also done that, it
Yeah.
lasts like for 5 minutes, and then
Right,
you want
right.
to come back. So I wonder how serious she is about it this time.
Can I just say I hate when people announce that they're taking a break?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just stop.
Just
Yeah.
go away. Just disappear.
But that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I think she also is still in it for the clout and wants the recognition and,
Yeah.
and wants. But also, I could see being like she does have a fan base that loves
Yeah.
her. She has as many people who like swear by her cooking and her fashion and all
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That if this is for them. Like, by the way, I know you guys like probably come on here every day and check my feed. I'm going, so it's not for the haters, but it is a
Yeah.
little bit like.
That is true because if you don't tell people where you're going, they start like after a while they will start to ask questions. Like
Yeah,
maybe
she
not
does
right
it.
away, but after like a week or two, it's like, well, Chrissy Teigen hasn't tweeted in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Like
did
where
she
is
get
she?
canceled? Did
Yeah,
something
and then all of a
happen? Yeah.
sudden like E-News is
I
like,
don't
where is
understand.
Chrissy
Yeah,
Teigen?
I don't understand that. Like I could die in my apartment and be up there for like
Yeah.
3 weeks, and people would be like, "Has Vibs put out an episode?"
No one would notice. Yeah. Is
And,
anybody
like,
doing any
Funny
work
hasn't
here?
puked recently. Is
Yeah.
Vince
Yeah, yeah.
around?
Is he even here? Yeah. Uh-huh. Not quite as big as Chrissy.
So
Yeah. One
R.I.P.
day.
to Chrissy's Twitter
One day.
account. We'll see you soon. Topic number 2. Help me out here. I already forgot. Topic number 2.
It wasn't.
We'll do my man Jensen Karp. So
yeah.
Jensen Karp, aka Cinnamon Toast Crunch Shrimp Tails guy. This whole week I've been going shrimp tails. Oh, woo. Just singing it like DuckTales. I don't know. Every time I
just
say
like
shrimp
that,
tails,
yeah.
DuckTales pops into my head.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he went super viral, mega viral. Like New York Times writing about it. Like everybody talking about it. That guy who actually made Cinnamon Toast Crunch shrimp tail fucking cereal.
It did look really good. It was like
Oh.
shrimp crusted. It was
It's
essentially
also,
like
to me,
coconut shrimp, but with cinnamon
Can't
toast.
we just like not kill every fucking joke though? Just let it live.
True,
We don't
true,
need
true,
to
true.
make it
That's
into a
fair.
shrimp
That's
thing.
fair. I appreciate the recipes, but yeah, past that, whatever. So why is he canceled?
So
I don't get.
Cancel
Is
this on the bar
Jensen-
next week.
it?
No.
No.
So Jensen goes viral, and at first people just think like this guy on Twitter, and then they realize he's a rapper who he's a awesome rapper. He has punchlines and wordplay that's fucking like incredible. Would have had a full career if it wasn't for Eminem. Eminem was like, I am the white rapper, and told Interscope, don't put this shit out. So he
Yep.
kind of got dicked over, and then he married Topanga. So people start to realize he's like a little bit famous. They start to realize who he is. Ex-girlfriend of his tweets that he was like mentally abusive during our breakup, and then she's like, and so many other girls are like DMing me agreeing with this. It's just like, first of all, of course, like you break up like, I mean, I don't know about you. I've heard some things and said some things during breakups that are despicable. I feel
For
like
sure.
it's like, yeah, you were you were mentally abusive during my breakup. Like, yeah, that's fucking what breakups
I think
are.
what people are missing all the time. It's like if you like, I've definitely also called people mentally abusive, but I've definitely been mentally abusive
Right.
back.
And-
like it's
and
just
during a breakup
right,
is
and during
when
fights and during things like that.
You
it's
can't
like,
judge people.
No.
I mean, you know, she said that he said to her, "Why haven't you killed yourself yet?" Which I know is going to be
Whoa,
like.
wow. I don't know, Kevin.
That
is not something that I've
extreme.
said.
But
That is not something that I've said.
As
No.
a person, I used to say, "Go kill yourself" to
That's what I
everybody.
mean.
Yes,
Like, and the
You
way,
know?
like
Fair,
the way
fair,
it was
fair.
worded, like I think maybe not during a breakup to a girl, but if if next time we're mixing it up, I'm like, why haven't you killed yourself yet? That's
Yeah,
that
that I would
plays
say.
people.
That I would say. But if you're in like the heat of the moment, it's like, why haven't you killed yourself?
told me
then
that he
it's a
once,
little
well,
mean.
true.
Little
We'll
too
just
much.
beep
True.
beep when I said it, beep it again there. He said that he said, or you know what? I'll just say that I said it. One time I said, I'm gonna mail you a gun. Do the right thing.
Okay, but like, that's kind
don't know
of,
if we can
that's
hear
like
this,
so
but-
absurd that it's like, it's absurd that I'm laughing.
But
But it's
okay,
an absurd thing to
but
say,
here's my
but-
thing. You just can't.
You can't-
This is the problem. And if all that is true, obviously that like takes precedence and that is horrible and yes, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
But like the whole point of the internet and content and the shit that we do is to try to get exposure and recognition and go viral and reach the masses. And now if every time you do, you get milkshake ducked. Remember that guy? Remember that with the milkshake duck?
Milkshake duck.
Milkshake duck was like, that's almost like the phrase now for when you
Milkshake duck.
you go
Okay, I'm glad someone
Yeah.
else is on the same page.
I feel
as
stupid
me.
for not.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel stupid
I
for
want
not.
to know everything about milkshake.
So-
Me too.
Okay.
I must know everything.
It was an internet meme. It's about when you get like when you go viral and then people find out that you're like disturbing and you have like
Hey, I'm already laughing just because the image in my head is.
Ken Bone.
so
Yeah, like Ken Bone, Ryan.
That's what we call it, getting boned.
Yep.
yeah. So his Twitter joke described a fictional internet viral phenomenon. It's a lovely duck that drinks milkshakes and then is subsequently discovered to be racist.
Is there a
That's what it was.
picture?
I
Is
didn't know
there-
if it was sexist or racist. But yeah,
Is there a
he
picture
was.
of it?
Yeah, let me find milkshake duck.
That's what I want.
I'm
So
gonna
then it
say
became
milkshake
like,
duck the
oh,
rest
you're
of the
getting
day,
milkshake
life.
ducked, and it's so the idea. I mean, it's just
I
preposterous.
mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Milkshake duck. That's him. He's sipping on a lovely
Oh my
milkshake.
God.
Yeah. But it turns out that this
That's
duck
really
was a
stupid.
racist.
Okay.
So, like, you know, this dude like has this funny thing happen to him, and now other people are saying that he was doing this for clout. It was fake. I mean, I feel like I kind of know the dude. I don't think he was faking it. I think it's a
No.
crazy thing
It was
that
so
happened.
good
He went to,
that
like,
you
next
couldn't make it
levels.
up. Like,
Yeah, and
shrimp
Yeah.
tails and
he also had
Yeah.
the squares that had like the poop like in it. I don't even know how you would fucking do
Yeah.
that.
Those were gross. Also, too, like all the correspondence. Like, I don't think you go as far as to like have full correspondence,
Right.
like all
You
that
have to
shit.
really
unless
be
you're
faking it.
right.
But you know,
Seems weird.
people are like I don't want to go viral. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people dig everything up about you and find these things, and it's all because he's like, fuck. If I didn't tweet about my cinnamon toast crunch, like my life wouldn't be ruined right now. It's
Yeah,
like you're
that
gonna
fucking
ruin
sucks.
people wanting to go viral.
I tossed this out earlier. If you made this story up and dragged a company as big as like General Mills through the mud, you would be sued so
fucked,
Right.
right?
fucking
Yeah.
hard.
You'd be sued-
Yeah, because
sued
there's
out
someone
the
at cinnamon
ass.
I was
toast
thinking
crunch
about
who's
that.
not laughing
Oh
about
my
this
Yeah,
shit.
no,
god,
no.
you would be.
Millions of
Because
people
General
are
Mills
laughing
has
about
to.
it.
Cover it up.
General Mills is
Yeah.
obviously
Right.
furious.
No,
Yeah,
nothing to
yeah,
see
yeah.
here.
No,
They would
no,
put you in
nothing
the
here.
fucking ground.
Yeah,
there's
because
no
like
way.
the amount of like reputational damage they're taking
Yeah.
and like loss of sales from moms who are like, I'm not buying this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit's no joke.
Yeah, it's
but I mean, you know, if it truly was bad, I don't want to take the side of anybody who is, you know, doing horrific shit to people. But I just know that I've said things in breakups, heard things in breakups. I don't think you can judge people when a relationship is ending. But you know. I just
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
tough.
to get to a place where people don't want to like kill it on the internet and be funny on the internet and go viral on the internet because that means someone's
It's
going to
just
go
like, you know what I think it
vindictive.
is?
You
You know
know?
what, yeah, that's what I'm saying. What it is a lot of the time, I think, is especially with breakups, you don't ever want to see the person that like dumped you succeeding. Like that's always the thing. Like if you see
And you
all
see
of a
that
sudden,
happen, it's like,
his
oh,
name's coming up, he's
going
all
viral.
over, like he's going
Yeah.
viral. And people who aren't like seeing people go viral every day, like that wouldn't bother me. Be like, oh, he's going viral, people will forget in 2 days. But for people that don't know or don't pay attention that much, they'll be like, oh my God, he's about to be famous, he's about to
Yeah.
this, he's about to that. Well, fuck him. And then you
Right.
kind of get that like
Dude,
mindset.
there's just too much
and you bring all
power.
this attention to
I mean,
yourself.
it all does tie back into cancel culture, which I hate talking about, but it's like you
Yeah.
just have so much power just with like the push of a button where it's like, God damn.
I can't imagine caring so much as to like I can't imagine caring so much about this guy telling me like, oh, maybe you should go kill yourself. Like for me to now like literally blow up his life,
Right.
and then me be the person that did it and be involved in this. It's just like you are also sacrificing a bunch of your own shit to like, be
Yes.
involved in this now.
Yes.
It's like, do you care that much, or is it that big of a deal?
Right.
And if it is,
Can't
okay,
you
I
kinda
get it.
take the higher road? Yeah. Nah.
But like, what can you do? You know?
Who's bigger now, Topanga or Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy? Like in
Oh,
terms
good.
of popularity.
I mean, I
Has
feel
to
like
be
Topanga has
Topanga.
the name cachet, but at the moment, you look at like Google searches and shit, it's probably him through the roof.
Yeah.
As
So,
a,
and I guess this all depends. This all matters. Like, none of this matters if Topanga is like whatever. Like, I don't really care. Like, I
Yeah,
knew,
Topanga doesn't give a shit.
yeah.
Who cares? Also, I bet
It's
there's
just
going to be a
Topanga.
good a resurgence in like Boy Meets World rewatches. So I bet they're going to get
yeah.
some of those royalty checks right
Listen,
on top
they're
of this.
killing it. They're
They'll
fine.
be fine.
The
They'll
happy
be all
couple,
right.
They're good. Second half of the rundown is brought to you by Viori. Viori clothes are so you rocking them?
these are, yeah.
Viori
Hey.
clothes.
Hey.
Oh, I don't have like the joggers
Hey.
yet. Those are
They're
Those
the
are
best because when I walk the
nice.
dogs, I got little dog treats in
Yeah,
me.
there you go.
Ooh, very nice.
I like the
Bags.
sweatpants that they have and the shirts that they have are so soft.
The most-
And you know, I mean, I am the king of like soft clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, and I have a lot of different brands and pairs that are all soft. I grabbed those and I was like, whoa.
It's the softest
what is
shirt.
this?
Just in the
And
world.
I've said that about a lot of shirts, but this
Yes,
is literally the
that's the
softest.
thing.
And you would appreciate it if anyone would appreciate it. So
I
I'm
mean,
glad you
it's
can
the
vouch for
softest
it.
shirt.
If I co-sign it and I tell you it's softer than the other soft clothes, because that's the craze right now, the athleisure wear and the you can wear it to the
Soft
gym
clothes.
and on your couch, but you can also wear it out into the office and shit.
Yep.
It looks like, you know, sleek, performance-wise, all that shit, but the softness is just like
Wore it to the gym
next
yesterday.
level. So it's incredibly
nice.
versatile. You can use it for gym, running, yoga, work, sex play, whatever. Viori is the you know
Sex.
I like how they say this.
Always using it for sex.
Yeah, you know, you're like
No, I
like
get it.
everything in life.
Yeah,
Sex,
sure,
sex,
sure.
work, whatever.
Girls love these fucking
Yeah,
climber pants.
honestly,
They
they
play,
look great
man.
on
Like,
it.
is he dressed up
They look
or
great
is
on you.
he gonna fucking climb
Strut
a mountain
around,
right now?
strut around. Like,
Yeah.
you'll
I'll
pick up
just
some
keep
good
doing the act.
outfits.
I'm just gonna fucking strut.
Yeah, just
Viori
strut
is
around.
here's why. Viori is
Do
an
his full
investment
strut.
in your happiness, and when you walk around,
I don't know
you're
why I'm
strutting
Strut
it.
across.
a rooster limping.
Yeah, that's a little. I don't know about that strut. That was a bad
You know why? Because
strut.
of his big dick. He's just
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
struggling.
true,
So now you
okay.
want to have sex with him.
You
There you
gotta
go.
do
You
it.
gotta go. You gotta go shoulders back, head up. What is the strut? Yeah. There you go.
Give us
There's
a
a-
walk, Kelly. Show him how he's
Yeah,
supposed
you
to
gotta
Is he
show
walk.
me.
supposed to
There's a-
strut? All right, I will. Let's
She's
see.
like, oh, do I have to do
He's
my?
supposed to.
I've never
Yeah,
done my
no,
runway
no,
walk before.
Don't make me. What do you mean? No, you gotta walk around like, oh, what's going on?
Head up, hell
Oh,
high,
that's-
and then you
that's
got
much
to.
better.
What's like your stop, turn around move?
I stop. Oh, it's just
Yeah.
always like.
The hand on hip
the hand on
pose.
hip, that's great.
Strike a pose. Oh wow, the twirl, the 180. Look at this girl.
There's like a model company that's like by my apartment and they're like has a
What?
big window and
Yeah,
there's
what?
this girl's constantly walking in there.
Wow.
Yeah,
they
nice.
went down there and
Yeah.
bring those fucking Viori pants with you. And see what
yeah.
happens. It's an investment in your happiness for 20% off right now. Your first purchase when you go to Viori Clothing. That's VUORI. We probably could have come up with an easier name, you know what I mean?
The spelling is fine.
I
VioriClothing.com.
think Viori is good.
VUORI clothing.com/rundown. 20% off your order, free shipping on $75 or over, and free returns.
Fabulous.
Now what?
The Suez
Suez
Canal.
Disaster.
Yes.
Like, who had that on their bingo card? Who had Suez Canal being on the rundown today? There's a ship, a boat stuck in the Suez Canal
Yep.
that apparently is just throwing like the world into utter chaos. The Suez Canal is in the Middle East, as Vibs tells me, it's between Africa and
Europe?
Europe.
Europe?
Yeah.
So
Asia,
like
yeah, it's like
Mediterranean.
Egypt, I think, controls the Suez Canal.
Okay.
Got it, okay.
So as far
Okay.
as like oil from the Middle East and other materials and goods and
It's the most trafficked area. Yeah.
in
yeah.
like
the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the world.
And
Okay.
Shipping.
10% of
All-
all global trade goes through
Yeah.
there. Any
Wow.
sort of
That-
commodities.
10%.
Panama
of all-
$10 billion
Suez Canal are the
in
two.
shipping per day.
How much?
10 million?
$10 billion per day in shipping.
$10 billion per day, and there's just this fat fucking boat stuck there.
And they're saying now 3 weeks it's going to be held up. So that's what's 10 billion times 3 weeks.
21.
I think-
we're
yeah.
at what, 2.1 trillion?
And Hub said it's going to affect the economy for what?
that
the
was a
next
very
Like
a tism
3 months?
moment.
3 months.
Yeah. I was
Big
like,
time tism.
no idea what that even.
Yeah, apparently it's going to affect
bad
the
with
world for like
numbers.
months on end because the Suez Canal is just stuck with a fat boat. We sat here
so
being
bad.
like, did they try to raise the water level? Why don't they expand the edges? Why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? I mean, at some point you got to just blow that boat up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just you got to do whatever you got to do. Like,
Or
whatever.
maybe
All right, we
come-
lose all
maybe,
the
like,
goods on that boat, but
Here's
we.
what I think they should do. This is my official thing. I think that wherever that boat was going,
Uh-huh.
they should send a boat back towards it,
To push it?
transport all the shit onto the new boat, let
Oh.
it get going, and then
Yeah,
work
just do a
on getting that
little
boat the fuck out of there.
Reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roop, roop.
I mean, I think this is probably common knowledge, but it blows my.
Oh, yeah.
Boats don't have brakes. Like,
True.
You
True.
just
Yeah.
don't have brakes.
Yeah,
you
you just go.
I don't understand why you can't throw it in reverse.
You can reverse the propellers, but it just makes the water go the other way, so it goes the other way. But if it's stuck, if it's like stuck on the ground,
you can't go backwards on a boat.
I don't
You
know
can.
if a cargo ship
So
can
that's
go
what I'm
backwards.
saying,
You can go
though.
but
backwards,
only
right?
if the water. It sounds like they're
it's
You
like
can
a
go
barge,
reverse,
kinda.
right?
Yes, you can. It sounds like the water is not high enough, or it's stuck on something. Like if it's
Oh,
stuck on something, then
I'm
you
getting
can't.
stuck on like the sides, like it was too
Well,
wide.
even
or
if it
something.
was, you wouldn't be able to reverse out of there because it's dragging. Like all it does is push the
Yeah.
water. It's not actually doing
Yeah.
anything. Like it just moves the
But
water
you
in
know,
the
I
opposite
feel like
direction.
I just feel like
Hasn't
where
anybody
you
seen
came
Titanic?
from, you did fit, and I understand that it's. I mean, I'm just gonna stop talking.
Something must
because
have
we
happened. Right,
sound
something must
so
have happened.
uninformed,
Yeah,
but
it's like diagonal in there, and I think it's just like wedged now, and it can't. And if the
it
water
just can't get
levels-
out, yeah.
fuck
Water
that.
levels
okay,
not
then I
enough.
say we blow it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it sink.
I think my plan is good. I think if boats are usually able to get through there, why not take one of the old boats, have it come back, grab all the shit so we don't hold up the
Global
world
economy.
for 3 months, have it get going, and then blow up the boat, and then that's in the way.
Just
What's the problem?
I watched a documentary one time about like destroying an aircraft carrier and like how they have to get rid of them.
Dismantle it.
It's almost harder to blow it up
Yeah.
Really?
than it is to just. Like,
What about
fucking drag it
this?
out.
What about you get a bunch of helicopters that fly down and we just like hook it, pick it up?
That's their only option.
No. Also, I mean, how many? You have to have 100 helicopters.
A lot
I
of
bet how much
helicopters.
it weighs.
So get all the helicopters in the world, Kelly, because it's $10
I
billion
guess
a
so.
day.
I guess so. It might be worth all the helicopters in the
Gonna
world.
fact check myself. It's 210 billion, not 2.1 trillion.
Okay.
Just-
210
fact check.
Pretty big
billion.
difference.
I was gonna say
Pretty
that's
huge
like the
difference.
national
So maybe
debt,
not a
no?
great tism moment.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. But that's still
a lot of
I mean,
fucking
that's
money.
a crazy amount of shit. Where was it that that cruise ship turned over? Was that
Italy?
near?
Oh, that was
okay.
the best.
Off the coast of
Remember that?
Italy, I think.
Minus if anybody died. But
Yeah.
that was a pretty
No.
cool.
That was a
It was,
crazy.
yeah, it was
was
just like
wild.
a boat captain that wanted to impress his like girlfriend on
Yes.
shore.
Yeah,
and just,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fucking-
Yes.
Hello, did you see
So
I'm
ridiculous.
driving the boat? Can you
Oh
okay.
boy, Frank's
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. Frank is here.
Come on
Frank's
down.
back.
Frank, watch your
Watch
tank.
your tank. Oh no, oh no.
That's all.
Tank, watch
Yep.
the tank. Yeah.
I mimicked what you said.
Yeah, I
even-
didn't like that I said tank. And I'm sorry that you guys brought in that.
Hello, Giuseppe. I'm riding the boat. Do you see me? I'm going into the harbor.
Hey,
There it
Frank
is.
the
Oh
tank.
shit!
Frank
I
is an
think I'm
Italian
gonna
guy. There
sink.
you go.
Let me go get the lifeboat. Don't worry, I'm just taking the lifeboats. You guys are gonna be fine. You
All
know the
right.
boat is not
we
sinking.
won't show this rundown to the Italians.
Yeah, he's very Italian though. He's fine.
We will
I'm
not
actually
show.
a quarter Italian, so
Oh, you
Okay,
can do it.
cool. Oh, then
Giuseppe
you're all set.
Fleming.
Then you're all good. Don't worry about it. Then. Who cares?
my great grandparents are from Naples, so
There it is.
All right, then you're clear.
There it is.
And you
I'm
were all
clear.
clear.
All clear.
What was our last topic? By the way, you remember in Billy Joel, We Didn't Start the Fire, when he says trouble in the Suez? I thought he was saying sewers when I was a kid.
Suez.
Trouble in the Suez. And I was like, what's
Honestly,
wrong with the sewers?
I feel like
Ninja
I
Turtles were
probably knew that
huge.
too.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Yeah,
were
it
huge
was
then?
like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the alligators,
Trouble in
when there's
the
alligators in the
sewers.
sewers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's going on in the sewers that Billy Joel's upset?
Also with that accent, he's New York State of mind.
yeah, he's a New York
Trouble
guy.
in
He's
the
probably talking
sewers.
about the problems of
I think that's how I say sewers.
sewers in
Suez.
the Suez
Trouble.
the Suez
Let's
of
head
Long
down to
Island,
the
you
Suez of
know?
Long Island. Yeah, exactly.
Trouble with thalidomide.
Yeah.
That was a weird one.
No, it makes sense though. What was the other thing we were talking
Last
about?
I
thing
can't remember.
on the rundown. Oh, Oral Roberts coach
yeah.
almost
Oh, yeah,
fought
yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
In one of the more bizarre stories, I'm going to read it
I don't really
verbatim
get it. Yeah, I
because
still
I
don't
didn't
really
even
get it.
quite understand it.
This is-
And that
So Oral Roberts is in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys are both like kind of Midwest, like country guys.
yeah, but Kevin Bacon's now like Hollywood.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, but
20
I think,
years ago, so maybe not at this point.
Yeah, I think he's-
Oh, no,
this
I
is-
don't know, 20 years ago, it's 2000.
that's his trimmer days.
Yeah.
So this is like when he's probably just hitting the scene.
Okay, so
But
this,
he's a masculine dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
So the coach says, this is like, I don't know, 20 plus years ago. I went to get a haircut and I was sitting there and they have famous people who get haircuts there too. They said, you can get a facial too. Kevin Bacon is back there right now. I said, wow, I've heard of Kevin Bacon, and he emerges from the back. He gave acknowledgments to the person who was cutting his hair, and I said, how was that facial? Mills alleges that Bacon glared at him and shot back, you look like you could use a few facial treatments. So I said, I would, but I'm not wearing any panties. That was when it became
Okay.
like confrontational, and it got to a point, and you're young, right? And you're kind of like, they start walking towards you, and then you're like, there's all these likes. You can take those out when you're quoting.
Yeah,
guys.
I hate that.
And then the barber and when you have a barber bib on and he starts, I don't know. So
Here's
so
what
Paul
I think.
Mills.
Here's what I think
can
is
we-
what it
wait,
is.
can we
The
pretend-
joke.
yeah, the joke.
Yeah, I think the joke is he
Are we-
said
are we-
facials,
like, we're doing
and
the
he's like,
facial
oh, you
joke?
got to
Yeah.
use a few, as if like, you know, and he's like, I'm not wearing panties, as if I'm not a girl, you can't come on my face. I think is what I
Right.
think that's what he's
There's
saying.
definitely
and
the
Kevin Bacon's
facial
like,
is
well,
double
you think,
entendre
I thought
here.
you
you
said
think,
only like pussies get facials because, well, I mean,
Exactly,
he's making the
yes,
joke,
yes.
but also like,
Like, I'm
a masculine man, like I don't
Yeah.
need a facial. Like,
Yeah.
you're being a pussy. Dude.
that
Right,
also
you
makes sense.
get-
All right, I
you're
think maybe I
wearing
took it too far.
panties.
Maybe I
Yeah.
took it too far.
You're
No, I
wearing
agree
pants.
with
Yeah.
you.
That makes more
only
sense.
girls get cum on their face.
Yeah.
I
There's
was more
also-
So
I thought
Kevin
he was calling
Bacon,
him gay,
Kevin
like, I
Bacon
don't know.
just came back from getting a facial, and he's saying that only guys or anybody who wears
Got it,
panties is
got
who
it,
gets a
got it,
facial.
got it, okay. It
I
sounds
mean,
like a joke my dad would tell.
It's crazy. It's crazy
Yeah.
that you girls just run around calling it a facial. Like, gotta just come up with a different name for that.
I mean, I didn't make the name.
Even if you just called it a face treatment.
Well,
But
okay,
when
well,
that is
girls,
better.
when,
Can I tell you
mean,
this? That
literally, I don't
most
care how
times-
old you are, who you are. When girls are like, I gotta go get a facial. Every guy goes.
See, but like, what came
Tommy's
first?
doing
Do you
right
think?
now.
Yep.
Like, what do you think came first? Like facials for like as beauty treatments, or facials come on your face?
I bet
What
you-
term do you think was coined first? Like
Oh.
for which use?
treatment.
I'm
But then
sure.
I think, but
So that's on you.
a
That's
facial
your
No.
looks like a facial. But now you need
I
to
think-
adapt
I
to
think
times
that
and call
the
it a facial
people-
treatment.
Right.
I think that
if you
the
go to
people
places,
who are
they do say
coining
like
the
facial
name, who are like, I give facials at the spa,
Yeah.
just are not the type who are getting their face cummed on. So they don't. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't treatment. The. I bet you that happened around the
Maybe
same
like
time.
the same time. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then, but it's just like I'm a naive
But
like
it does
girl,
make
and I don't
sense.
know that
It
that
does
means
make sense
blasting my
for-
face with cum.
for that to be named a facial after, as in like, oh, you're putting things on your face, you're putting
Sure.
like lotion on your face, like
But it also
treatment on your
makes
face.
sense.
And
Blah,
also
blah.
this cum is the
Yeah.
Maybe
treatment?
you are like a spa employee if you're coming on a girl's face. Because
Yeah.
cum is very
But
good for
also,
a girl's
you know what?
face.
Yeah.
You're probably right. That came first, and then we said, you know what? It's a facial treatment, might
Yeah,
come.
yeah.
But you got to recognize when you're beat. You got to recognize that the
No,
term
no,
Exactly.
now
the
officially
term is now,
means-
yeah, the term
The
is
same
bad.
thing is when people in casual conversation will be like, "I'm so anal."
Never.
Well, now I'm thinking
never.
about a dick in the butt. Like
was-
you
No.
can't do that.
There used to be the candy bar called AIDS, and then they were like, yeah, there's a candy bar called AIDS, and then they're like,
When?
Well, it's like a health bar.
Back in like the 80s.
and they were
Oh,
like,
no.
look, the virus can't be called AIDS.
we
you
got a
guys
candy
need to
bar.
change it. And
Like,
they're
no,
like, not
it's
too
called
late.
AIDS.
AIDS has got this, yeah. And they went out of business.
AIDS
AIDS
in
is
a
gonna win this
runaway.
one, yeah.
It is
AIDS
a
is gonna-
landslide for AIDS the
AIDS
disease.
is gonna win this
Sorry.
one. Yeah, the facial thing. It is awkward.
You just
yeah.
can't say. You got to be like, I got what I don't know. Or even when they say like a hydrofacial, it's like as long as there's like some other word there.
Yeah.
But you just can't. And,
When they're fancy.
and the way you say, you know, like I just got a facial. It's like, God damn it.
It sucks.
I'm gonna make a joke now.
I
Fuck.
wonder though
I'm gonna be a
too,
child. I'm gonna be immature.
I bet this like whole thing of it being called a facial in porn like came from a woman though. Like I bet it's like, oh she
Yeah.
like I'm getting a facial. This
Yeah,
reminds
you know,
me of
there was
this.
probably
Like, oh,
some girl.
now you're giving me a
she
facial.
finished up,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
just all over. And she was like, "Looks like I got a facial."
Literally,
and
and then right
and
off
some
from
dummy
there, it'd be
guy
that.
was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
Because we've tried to name like female objects around the office. We don't know what the fuck it is. So facial, that terminology would never come.
Yeah.
Or-
Wouldn't come
yeah.
through.
I don't know. It looks like a piece of flubber.
Is that it? Does that go in your vagina?
I already know what those are. Those are the things that go under your eyes for bags, and I desperately need them.
A knife.
That's the thing?
Yeah.
Is it like a muffin maker?
Makes sense.
Looking up AIDS, the candy. It was AIDS. It was an appetite suppressant candy that enjoyed
Wow.
strong sales in the 70s and early 80s.
AIDS,
And then
the
in
candy.
1985, it was like sales weren't affected. Early 1986, another executive of the manufacturers quoted, "The products have been around for 45 years. Let the disease change its name."
That's like
let
Office
the
Space.
disease change.
Fuck Michael Bolton. Like, he sucks.
Yeah,
Why do
yeah,
I have
yeah.
to change my name? Well, you know, AIDS the candy. Not gonna work out well for
Damn.
you.
Also, what a problematic candy. It's like a dietary supplement. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Like
it was supposed to make you. It said "want to lose weight" was like the.
yeah, that's
headline.
so it's like a Coke in it probably.
Cocaine
like,
and
it's just-
AIDS, yeah.
Cocaine candy called
Oh
AIDS.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like which way are you gonna lose more weight? AIDS the candy,
Yeah.
AIDS the
AIDS
disease.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Ah.
you said it.
Yeah, so you said it. Ask Tom Hanks.
The problematic rundown.
Yeah. Very.
I was thinking it. You said it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's it. For post rundown, we have Kirk Minahan's new show, new true crime thing. The Case is out. Barstool's first true crime podcast, where he dug into a cold case. I feel like it's like a case that has not been covered by like anybody yet or something like that, right? So it's like
Very
he
minimal
is the
coverage.
one investigating it and taking it on, which is pretty cool. So I think that drops tomorrow. I think the trailers are out for it today, so you can go watch that on Twitter and check that out. That's it, right?
Yep.
I feel like,
Trailer's
yeah.
great.
Lowering the Bar, Twisted History, because we
we got
got
high. That's out
high.
today, actually. New episode's out today, the L episode.
You guys on a little cutting stems break. When does the new
It
shit
doesn't
start?
come back until May. So yeah, Bachelor.
All right, so you
Bachelor's
get
got a bit of a
little,
break.
like a month off, and you can chill. When is Bachelor in Paradise?
That's August, usually.
That one I get down with.
Yeah.
Summertime.
August that's a good time. That's only a couple weeks, so that's a quick season.
All right. So we're done.